Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm finally doing my long-awaited review on the Urban Decay All-Nighter Foundation. I've been saying that I was going to do this video for quite a while now, and I've had people messaging me asking when I was going to have this up on my channel. So I'm sitting down today to record this for you guys. So just to give you guys a heads up, if you're looking for the application or if you're just looking for my final thoughts on it, I will have timestamps listed down below so you can skip ahead to certain parts in the video that you would rather see if you don't want to sit through the entire thing. Before we jump into the actual review, I did want to mention one thing, and that is my hopefully new filming schedule. I'm kind of wanting to start putting up more videos a week, like maybe 4. I'm thinking uploading on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then weekends. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this review over the Urban Decay All-Nighter Foundation. Okay, so just starting out with some fresh, clean skin. I'm not going to apply a primer just because when I was using this, I was using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. And I didn't like the way the foundation looked on my skin then, so then I tried it without the primer. Still did not like the way that it looked. So it definitely is an issue just with this foundation with my skin type. So just to let you guys know, I am going to be using one side with a beauty blender and I'm going to be applying the other side with a synthetic brush. This is a Sigma, just dropped it, Flat Kabuki F80. So we're going to go ahead, I'm probably going to start with the beauty blender and I'm going to do that on the right side of my face, and then on the left side I will do the brush. Okay, I zoomed you guys in a little bit so hopefully you can see. I really don't know if you can tell on the camera, it might be a little too bright, but whenever I pounce the beauty blender over a spot I've already done, it's like it removes the foundation. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, and then I have to go over it. See, it just like, it removes it right there, so that's one thing that I'm not crazy about. Okay, so I hope you guys are seeing the difference that I am seeing just between the two types of application. I definitely feel like with the beauty blender, you get a lot more coverage, which is surprising because normally when you use a beauty blender, because you're supposed to use it damp, right? So when you use it damp, it's going to soak up extra product and it's wet. So it's going to kind of also moisturize your skin as well, or hydrate your skin rather. So it's just surprising that I got more coverage with the beauty blender than I did with the brush. But I will say on the beauty blender side, it looks a little cakey. So that's an issue for me. It definitely just, anywhere that I'm dry, it just clings up and patches up. Around my breakouts, it definitely is super duper dry. And my chin, which is probably one of the most driest parts, my chin and my forehead, it's just not cute at all. That goes for both sides. I definitely feel like the side with the brush looks a little bit less terrible, but again, not as much coverage. I like a fuller coverage without cakiness, and this side is giving me a fuller coverage with some cakiness. So yeah, this foundation just, it's just not the best for dry skin at all. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to chat about the product some more. Okay, so I went ahead and just threw on some natural makeup. I kind of wish I would have filmed me doing this. I'll probably film it for you guys because I'm sure that I'm going to get some requests to do this. I've had actually many requests to do a natural makeup look, so I will definitely do that for you guys, but I just went ahead and slapped this on my face so that we could sit down and chat about this foundation. So first I just kind of want to run through what you're getting when you get this foundation. So I have the Sephora app pulled up with all of the information. So this is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Liquid Foundation. My bottle is dirty because it actually has that scar wax all over it, the one that like broke me out, so ignore how dirty it is. But this is $40 and you get 1 ounce. And just so you guys know what this product claims, it says it's a full coverage matte finish waterproof foundation that lasts all night. So I definitely do see how this is a full coverage and a matte finish. Don't know that it's waterproof. I've never been in the situation where I've been in water with this foundation on, but with how full coverage and matte it is, I see how it can be waterproof. Now, as far as this foundation lasting all night, I do not wear this foundation long enough to know if it lasts all night. I really just cannot stand the way that it feels on my skin alone, just because it just feels super drying. I'm looking at myself in the monitor and it actually looks pretty freaking flawless. And then just looking in a mirror, like, it really doesn't look that bad. Just the feeling that my skin is just experiencing right now, it just feels like so dry and heavy. So I'm really not a fan of that. But let's talk about the packaging now. So it comes in this really sleek silver bottle, and it has this super cool little design in the middle where you can actually see the color. So just so you guys know, I am in shade 1.0. And I know there's some little, let me look, there's some little trick with the shades. Okay, so I can't find on the app, like I thought I would, the little trick with the shades, but I do believe that I remember somebody saying that any shade that is a whole number, so like this is 1.0, has a warm undertone, and then anything with 0.5 at the end has a more pink undertone. So for example, I have the shade 1.0, and online this says that this is a fair bisque with a soft warm undertone. And then 1.5 says fair bisque with a subtle pink undertone. So I got the one with the warm undertone because I do feel like my skin definitely does pull more warm than it does pink. Now I want to quickly talk about what I love about this product and what I really don't love about this product. So first we'll start with what I don't really like. So I got the shade 1.0, as I mentioned. This is the second lightest shade, and if you are a pale girl like me, you know that even the lightest shade is not even light enough, and oftentimes foundations do oxidize. If you don't know what that means, it just kind of means that throughout the day the foundation will go a little bit darker, a lot of times orangey, which is really not cute, especially when you are so fair. So definitely finding a foundation that doesn't oxidize is a struggle, because when a foundation does oxidize, if you are of a deeper skin tone, whether you're tan or you just have that really rich skin tone, you can always get a shade lighter and then it will kind of dry down to your perfect shade. But when you're a pale girl like me, I don't really have the liberty of doing that, just because I need the foundation to stay the color that it goes on my skin as, or else I will look a little bit more orange throughout the day. So I don't know if you guys can tell on my hand, it's definitely orange. I really don't know if you guys can tell. I hope you guys can, because I definitely see a difference in color. So that's not really something that I'm a big fan of when it comes to this foundation. The other thing that I'm not a really big fan of, again, is just how matte it is, but that also has to do with the fact that I have very dry skin. Now, one thing that I will say that I do like about this foundation is the coverage. Although it is super drying, it has really, really nice coverage. I will say, mixed with my Becca Aqualuminous foundation, which this, by the way, if you have dry skin, is really, really nice. It's about medium buildable coverage, so anywhere that I need a little bit more coverage, I will just put on an extra layer. But these two together are actually really, really nice. Definitely, if you have oily skin, get this foundation. I will link some reviews that I've seen down below from some people that have some super oily skin, and they really love this foundation. I'm not saying that this is a bad foundation at all. I love Urban Decay as a brand, and I really do like this foundation, like I said, when it's mixed with this one. But alone, for my dry skin, this is honestly the devil. But I do know that this is a good product because I've seen nothing but good reviews on it for people with oily skin. So I will link a few of those down below for you guys, because I know that not everyone that watches my channel has dry skin like me. Okay, so final verdict over this product. Definitely not my favorite foundation for my skin type. However, when I can afford it, I would like to get this foundation in multiple shades, because I do see how this could work really, really well on oily skin. And just based on the reviews I've seen from other people with oily skin, I do know that deep down this is a really good product. I was just an idiot by buying it for my dry skin. Once again, I just want to restate that I'm not knocking Urban Decay as a brand. I think they are a great brand. This is the only foundation I've tried from them, and I'm not going to let my personal bad experience with this one dictate what foundations I get from them in the future. I definitely do want to try the Naked Skin, because that one is for more of my skin type. Just basically, moral of the story, don't be an idiot like me. I definitely look forward to trying future foundations from Urban Decay and trying ones that are made for my skin type rather than ones that aren't. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you found it helpful by giving it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.